Good morning and welcome to the courtroom in Plains, Texas, which is the home of the 121st District Court, the location to which you have been subpoenaed on October 15th or a date shortly thereafter. My name is Bill Helwig. I'm the district attorney here, and I'm the prosecutor in the case that is being tried, which is styled as State of Texas versus Lacella Soto. This morning, we've already given you a little introduction into the courtroom, but we're going to do it now with people and mannequins and silhouettes to give you some idea of what it will be like from the place that you'll be testifying from. This is being recorded from the witness chair, so you saw that in the earlier video, and here's what it will look like as you look out. I'm going to go around and introduce the people that are here that will be seated, and generally these are their faces, the jury not so, but let me start with people that are closest to you, and we'll try to work back. Most importantly, over here to my left is Judge Trey Didway. Judge Didway has been on the bench about 2 years. He is from Brownfield, and he'll be the presiding judge during the case. As you testify, you may address your remarks to both Judge Didway as well to the jury, and also to myself sitting out here, as well as Paul Manser, who is off over my right shoulder and who will be asking you questions. So if you would, when you testify, you can vary your movements and expressions to the jury, to myself, or to Manser, whoever's asking, and to the judge. But generally, the people over here to your left, as you sit there, is the jury. These are the people that will be listening to your testimony and making the decisions. These are the people to whom you will most importantly tell the truth. So they'll be seated here. I have no idea who they'll be, but they'll be citizens of Yoakum County that were selected before you arrived for your testimony. Now, closest to you is Kayla, and unfortunately I don't know her last name right now. We just refer to her as Kayla when she comes in. She's a court reporter. She'll be sitting here taking down your testimony as you talk, and the responses you give need to be verbal responses. She can't take down a nod. That doesn't go on the record. So please make sure you articulate a good answer to her for the questions. So this is Kayla. You've seen Judge Didway. Over here to my left will be the bailiffs and personnel of the district clerk office. Sandra Robles will be seated behind the desk. You can't see it, but she will be seated there. She's a district clerk. She'll be coming in and out some from over here, bringing papers, doing things as the court may direct her to do. So she'll be here, and this is actually her photograph. Shane Martinez is part of the security, and so I want to make sure you're comfortable. We will have 3 bailiffs in the courtroom. We'll have Shane seated here, David Bryant, we'll get to him in a minute, and then we'll also have Robert Whitfield, who is back in this corner. They are from the Yoakum County Sheriff's Department and are here to provide security to the courtroom. If you have any questions or any concerns at any time, you can talk to them and visit with them, and they will probably come and get you outside to bring you in to testify. So this is Shane Martinez. You've met Sandra. Crystal Gonzalez, I believe, is the assistant district clerk. She may be coming in and out. And that generally, let's go over here, and again, you can see David Bryant back in the far corner. David is the sheriff of Yoakum County, and he is here usually during the entire trial. The other one, Robert Whitfield, who's the furthest figure you have back in the back just before you see the gallery, is the chief deputy, and he will be here. So you are very well secure and should have no concerns about those matters. Now, the people that will be involved in the actual trial as far as questions and answers will be primarily the judge kind of monitoring. He's the referee. Paul Manser, and I'm going to go to Paul. Paul is an attorney in Denver City, Texas, a very good man. He will be asking you questions. He's somewhat soft-spoken, so you may have to listen, but he's a good attorney. His client, who you know, will be Lacella Soto, and she will be seated here. This table will be their seating. Now, I've introduced myself and some people of my staff. I'll be seated right where you see me here. Nicole Villegas is assistant in my office working with this case. She will be there a majority of the time. There may be someone else that comes along, that may help her, but generally it will be Nicole. Wes Moore, Lieutenant Moore, is the investigator in our office, and he will be seated here. He's primarily the audio technical guy, the IT fellow, and he will be working with me, exhibits and so forth. So this is somewhat the layout with the people that you will see. The gallery back here, we have got two people who are mannequins, silhouettes, and 4 who are real people sitting here watching. They're members of my staff. So again, this is the courtroom. I will be seated here. Normally, Paul and I, from this position, before we approach you, from our chair we'll rise and usually we'll ask the court, may we approach the witness? And generally the court will say yes, and we'll walk toward you and give you an exhibit or something to look at. We may come pretty close, come around by you, so you should not feel uncomfortable that we're going to get that close. We'll probably come right in here, hand you an exhibit, a piece of paper, a picture, something, and ask you, can you identify this, and some other questions. But that's generally what we'll be doing as we approach you. Paul will follow the same procedure. I'm going to go back here for just a minute because throughout the trial, probably not a lot, certainly not as much as you see on TV, each of us may stand up and say, I object. And if we do that, stop your testimony at that time and let the court rule on the objection. And that is when I object, as well as Paul. We both have rules we follow. The law is an evolving gray area. And if we object, we're trying to ask the court to make a ruling on something for the jury. Also, from time to time, the jury may be asked to leave. Don't be unnerved by that. It's just part of the process. But generally speaking, that's what will be going on next week. These are the people you'll see. This is the location. This is how you will see it from the witness stand as you look back on us. If you have reviewed this video, please give us a call if you have any questions, anything that concerns you. I would ask as well that this is done for your use, your benefit. It's the property of the Yoakum County DA's office. I request that it not be published, not be put on any type of social media, in no way distributed. It is for your purposes only. And we reserve that right and ask that you would respect that. And as you come up to testify, we will ask you to bring your thumb drive or whatever way we distributed this to you so you can take a look at it. So again, thank you for helping us in this case. Some of you are reluctant, I understand that, but the most gratifying thing is you're being asked to be a part of a process upon which our system is based. We ask only that you tell the truth, you be candid, you be honest, and we look forward to working with you and certainly want to express our deep and heartfelt appreciation. Thank you.